Islanders, imagine this. A crew member who's taking part in an emergency drill falls into the water during the drill. The captain and other officers have to communicate that there's an actual emergency during the emergency drill. We'll share that story with you today. We're also sharing news from Norwegian Cruise Line as a crew member is arrested on board. Wait until you hear what he did to fellow crew members and a passenger. Plus, we're sharing news on new cruise terminals. That means new cruise ships are coming our way as well. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Monday to all you Islanders. We hope that you had a good weekend. And for all you mamas out there, we hope you had a great Mother's Day spent with friends and families celebrating you. Mamas, we thank you for all that you do. We are here in the islands on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together. We do have a big announcement coming your way later today. This is something new. We hinted at this the last couple of weeks. The announcement will be made on the channel just a little bit later today. Be sure that you're subscribed to this channel, to this community. Ring the bell to receive that notification when the announcement goes out. And go ahead in the meantime and share what you think the announcement is going to be. It's going to be an additional way that you can spend some time in the islands. That's what we all need. Let's dive right into the cruise news. There's a lot to share today. A lot of us have cruised before, and we see from time to time as we stay on ships that crew members take part in different training exercises from time to time. There are small drills that they do that may take 30 minutes, and there's some drills that take hours. And that was the case for the Carnival Venezia as she visited St. Thomas just a few days ago. The crew members are taking part in a drill, and you can hear the announcements, and sometimes you hear the ship horn. Sometimes the lights illuminate, showing you where to go to evacuate the ship. And crew members always do a good job at sharing, this is just a drill. This is just a drill. This is for crew members only. And those of us who are staying on board and we're enjoying serenity, or we're enjoying the Lido deck, we're eating at all the food venues, the bars are still open, we just ignore it. Everything is okay. But listen to what happened on the Venezia as they were going through their emergency preparedness drill. They actually had an emergency. A crew member went overboard. Imagine this. During their emergency drill, they have to announce, "Men overboard, men overboard." Would you not think, if you were taking part in the drill, that this was part of the drill? They actually had to make a second announcement saying this is not part of the drill. We actually have a crew member overboard. He was on the aft portion of the ship and he went overboard. He was rescued in a timely manner. That's why Carnival Cruise Lines crew members and other crew members from across cruise lines do these drills, because sometimes you have to put them in place. Even sometimes you put them in place in an emergency drill fashion. A crazy story here. Carnival Cruise Line crew were quick to rescue this crew member who was wearing his uniform. He was wearing a yellow, bright yellow life jacket. He was rescued very, very quickly. You can see in the video here that his crew members came to his rescue very, very quick. He was unharmed is what we were told. This video was from Cruise Center on X. We appreciate them sharing it with us. It's a crazy situation here. A drill's taking place and a real emergency is taking place at the same time. The crew member was brought onto the boat. He was brought back onto the ship. Everything is okay. We don't know a couple of things. Number one, how did the crew member go over? Maybe he was doing his duty and somehow he fell over. We don't know exactly what happened here. We are thankful that he's okay. I also wonder, did the emergency drill continue after this crew member was saved from the water? Did they say, okay, now let's go back to our emergency drill that we were working on? If it were up to me, then it's certainly not up to me. I would say, you know what? We were practicing an emergency drill, and then we had a real emergency where we put what we've practiced in other drills to work. Let's call it a day. Everyone, you're free to go. I don't know exactly what happened here. Let me ask you this, though, Islanders. When you have stayed on board in the past, have you seen these drills take place? Let us know in the comments section below as I share a second cruise news story with you. And this is one of those stories that was sent to me by a family member. A family member who chooses not to cruise, who is scared to death to cruise, and every time there's a negative story in the cruise industry, my family member sends me the article and says, "This is why I don't cruise." When in reality, I could share the hundreds and thousands of positive cruise news stories to them and say, "This is why I cruise." Do you have those friends and family who just knock down the cruise industry and they have never even tried it before? I have a lot of them. Share in the comment section below if you have some as well. This one was sent to me by a family member that said, "Look, this is why I don't cruise." And this was in regards to a Norwegian Cruise Line crew member who wasn't behaving very well. Number one, we'll point out, this is a 35-year-old man. He had joined the Norwegian Encore. It's his first contract. He's on his first day, and he's already up to trouble. 35 years old. The Encore sailing from Alaska. Passengers, of course, trying to enjoy the Alaskan season. Did you guys see the Northern Lights just the other day in Alaska? It's rare to see those Northern Lights so early in the season. Usually you see them later in the season. This crew member got on board. He's going through all his onboarding and certification and things like that. And he tries to let a lifeboat loose. No lie. The first day there, tries to let a lifeboat loose, tries to release it. He was restrained pretty quick by security, and he was taken to the medical center for evaluation. Hey, are you okay? Do you have things going on? Do you have medications maybe that you did not bring on board with you? Is there something we can do to help? Do we need to have you out public and in front of our guests, taking care of our guests when you just did that? The story turns to worse there. He's in the medical center for being in trouble, being evaluated, and he, listen to this, grabs a pair of scissors and attacks a security officer, attacks a guest, attacks a nurse with these scissors, trying to cut and harm, stab those who are around him. From there, he's taken to the brig until police officers can come on board and say, "Nope, that's all for you. This is your first contract. This is your first day, your second day, and it's your last day." This man was taken off board of the Encore. He was charged as well with assault with a dangerous weapon. Very, very scary situation here. My family member said, "This is why I don't cruise. You never know what's going to happen. You don't know these people. You're trapped with them." That's not the case usually at all. This is a one-off occurrence. I had to remind my family member that all cruise lines do things to make sure that their crew members are eligible for their job. They go through background checks and criminal history checks and things like that, just as we do at our jobs. But people that we work with commit crimes just as this crew member in this story committed a crime as well. It doesn't scare me. My family member tried to say, "Does this not scare you? This could happen to you on your next cruise." And I said, "No, you don't understand usually what a crew member is like on a cruise ship. They come from somewhere where they have family, usually back at home. They're working for their family. They have invested in themselves. They've tried to teach themselves English, or they've taken training on English. They have a skill that either they've gone to school for or taking training for, whether it's cooking or it's mechanical engineering or whatever it could be." Usually crew members on board go out of their way. They're nice and they're kind. They say hello and they smile and they do anything they can do to help to make your cruise as great as it is. This is an anomaly. My family member did not believe me, but I'm sure you probably do and you agree with me. Islanders, what do you think? You know this is not the norm. Share your comments on generally how you see crew members on board, how they treat you. Let us know in the comment section below. And I cannot wait to point my family member to this video to the comment section, because you've said crew members are usually nice. If you have a crazy nice story to share, do that as well. As we share this last story, Port Canaveral continues to grow. They were the world's leading cruise home port for a while. Miami took it back when the Icon of the Sea started sailing from Miami, and Port Canaveral says, "Not so fast, my friend." There are 2 new cruise terminals coming to Port Canaveral. They announced one earlier in the year. They've announced yet another new cruise terminal, trying to tell cruise lines, come on, let's go. You're invited. Sail from Port Canaveral. Here is the official announcement from CEO of the Port Canaveral Authority, James Murray. We have cruise partners with immediate needs to locate assets in Florida, and Port Canaveral is where they want to be. Our ability to efficiently bring a new cruise terminal online was key to retaining and growing this important business segment that supports many jobs and delivers high value for our regional and state economy. I'm excited about this. Cruise terminals did not mean much to me, but it's kind of the new thing where cruise lines are building these terminals, trying to impress cruisers and trying to impress cruise lines to bring the big boy. Let's go. Bring your newest and best ships here. It certainly worked in Galveston, Texas. It has worked in Miami, and Port Canaveral says we want it to work here as well. Cruise terminals can help make the process of cruising easier. There are certain places like Long Beach, California that get you onboard cruise ships faster than anyone else. There are also nightmare situations. I won't point out ports, U.S. home ports that don't do a very good job. If you want to, you can in the comment section below. Where's your favorite home port to sell out of? Where's your favorite terminal to sell out of? Do you think that some do better than others? Let us know in the comment section below. Islanders, we can't wait to see you weigh in on today's show. We hope that you like this video as well as it will put, you hit that thumbs up button, it will put it in front of other people looking for cruise news just like you. And this is not the last time that we will see you. We have a big announcement, as I mentioned at the top of the show. Go check it out. I think you're going to like it. I can't wait to see your response there as well. Islanders, we'll see you later today right here on Island Time.